Hello and what is up guys, Spaceballs Gaming here, coming at you with another video. So today I've got something different for you. The other day I was looking through the Minecraft marketplace and I noticed a few skin packs on there that were less than satisfying. Not due to quality, they're actually nice quality, but honestly it's due to the fact that they should be subject to copyright claim or copyright strike. Uh, Let me just load up the marketplace and show you. So I was going through and I saw SCP. Now, if any of you don't know what SCP is, it's a made-up foundation. It stands for Secure, Contain, and Protect. It's also known as the SCP Foundation. Uh, Anybody, just a lot of different people, have made SCPs. They are general anomalies. Sometimes creatures, monsters, sometimes they don't even have a physical form. That doesn't matter. What does matter is that somebody owns those, and somebody, whoever made that, owns it. That's how copyrights and stuff work. If you create it, it's yours. No one else is allowed to use that unless they have your rights. And if they do, then they're subject to copyright, which means legal action could be taken. Now, my legal knowledge is limited, but from what I know, they should not be allowed to get away with something like this. And it's not just one content creator, it's multiples. There were at least two that I saw, possibly three. Okay, so you see SCP. Very well clearly see it. The little icon next to the SCP is the actual icon for the SCP Foundation, or the made-up foundation, of course. It's not real, but it's still interesting. But the fact that somebody can come in here and create a skin pack based off of fine, but the fact that it uses the SCP name should make it subject to copyright. But this one right here has actual SCPs in it that I have read about before, such as SCP-049, also known as the Plague Doctor, I'm pretty sure. That is an actual SCP that someone created, and I honestly highly doubt that they got the rights to use the skin or to use the imagery to make a skin. And I just don't understand how Microsoft's certification team could allow something like this through. And to further my point on this, going away from the SCP, I was scrolling through just earlier, and this is what really set me off. I've had this on my mind for, I don't know, a couple weeks now, and I just really needed to talk about it, especially when I saw this. This right here, this atrocity. Star Raiders. Now, I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but that doesn't matter. It's the simple fact that they are taking Star Wars skins and making them, but then renaming them. And Minecraft already has at least 3 Star Wars skin packs, maybe 4, I'm not sure. But the fact that Microsoft's certification team would allow this through. Now, sure, none of them are directly named anything. Instead of Chewbacca, it's Chewbacca. I mean, like, what is that? And Dark Maul instead of Darth Maul. Like, I don't know Star Wars that well, but I know it enough to know these characters and to know that they should not be naming them the same things, let alone even creating these skins. Now, I am all for the marketplace. I am a content creator myself, but when people want to take others' work and just totally copy it and then just rename it, that's pretty much all that's been done here. I mean, sure, the skins are different from the actual Star Wars skins, but honestly, not by much. You can look through here and see all of these Star Wars characters that look very familiar. That's a stormtrooper. That's not a raider. I mean, let's be honest here. And Soda, no, that's Yoda. Yoda looks bad, but we're not going to talk about that because you can't change model sizes. But still, regardless of any of those facts, regardless of quality, regardless of the time put into this, it's the simple fact that this is, it's literally illegal. This is copyright infringement. They are infringing on Disney's rights of Star Wars and have just, I don't even know, just made this. Like, I just don't understand. It literally baffles me. And it's like, sure. Am I surprised that someone did this? No, not at all. People do stuff like this all the time. This is nothing new. That's why copyright laws are in place, to prevent stuff like this. But the fact that Microsoft, Big Daddy Microsoft's certification team, allowed this to go through literally blows my mind. Of all the things to go through, and again, not judging this based off of quality, not judging it based off of the time that they might have spent on this, though honestly they probably didn't spend much time, because they probably just copied off of the other Minecraft skins that were already pre-existing. And the studio that made this is Rare Loot. They're, if I'm not mistaken, they're a relatively new studio on the marketplace, so it's kind of gutsy for them to do something like this. Now, I mean, I'll give them this. They're only selling the skin pack at $2. I don't know all of the intervals of prices you can choose. I know there's $2, $4, $6, and then it goes up to $10. There might be an $8 purchase in there. I'm not sure. I'm quite certain the max price is like 12, 14 bucks. But US dollars, of course, obviously. But still, just I can't literally fathom how this made it through. It's not even like they tried to like kind of make it look like Star Wars, like inspired from. That's cool. Like, I'm fine with that. I've looked at stuff before and used it as like reference, not to exactly copy it, but like, oh, the boot's there, or like, oh, the coat there, and then I'll think of the rest on my own. But the fact that, of course, I mean, anyone could use the font. It's a font. I don't think you can really copyright a font. I could be wrong, but they use the font. They use the IPs, like, sure, they're not named the same thing, but we all know what it is. You look at it and you instantly think Star Wars, and they're trying to cash in on that, which, cool. Again, I don't care about that, but the fact that they're cashing in on someone else's intellectual property, or IP, is just sickening. Like, it's absolutely disgusting that someone would do this, so. Honestly, I think that's my rant. The SCP is where it started, and then this is what set me off. Just, it's disappointing. Like, I had more faith in Microsoft's certification team until now. This was the straw that broke the camel's back. But I think that concludes my rant. Thank you all for listening. I hope you all have a great day, and I will catch you in the next video. So yeah, see ya.